Alright, y'all, so I have a story about rejection, and I have never done a story time before, so y'all gonna have to bear with me and let's pray for no tears. But it is time to be real and authentically me. So let's go ahead and jump into this video. Let's go. Alright, it's your girl Key, and you have reached my channel, Just Lakia, and this channel is not only for me, it is for you. It is for you to be authentically yourself. So this is going to be my first story time, and I am going to be talking about rejection. While I was fasting and while I took a break from YouTube, I really noticed that rejection is one of the things that holds me back, and it breaks my heart. It really hurts me, and I never knew why. So during my time of fasting, I decided to dig a little deeper, and I wanted to share a story with you about me being rejected and how it took a toll on my life, and I had no clue. I was blinding myself to it. It really took a big major toll on my life. So if you would like to listen to this story, let's go ahead and jump into this video. But before we do, make sure you click that red subscribe button, click the gray notification bell, and click like if you like this story. Make sure to comment down below any of your rejection stories, if you would like to tell, any advice you would like to give me, anything. Y'all, let's just, as women, let's empower each other and let's get over rejection, because I am learning as a woman we really don't take rejection as well. I'm just gonna say, as me, I don't take rejection well. Alright, so it all started about 3 years ago now, or two, about two. So it all started when my friend was on a reality TV show. I am not going to disclose any names. I am not going to state the TV show, because if I state the TV show, clearly you gonna know who it is. Just trust me, you are going to know who it is. So therefore, I'm not going to state none of that. I'm just going to say my heart was broken, and let's name these people. Okay, so we're gonna name my guy friend Mike. Yeah, we'll name him Mike. That's like a common name. Like we'll even go as far as naming him Michael Jackson. Like so that's just like a common name. Anywho, so Mike was on a reality TV show, and he was on a show where it was like a competition for love. And I'm not going to say the name of the show. So on the show, a lot of women were bashing him for having preferences. And I felt bad for him. So of course, like me being me, y'all know I'm like the most caring person in the world. If you don't know, now you know. Like I am one of the most caring people in the world. Like I just care. So I went under his post, and I kind of felt bad for him, because I'm like, it's okay for guys to have preferences also. Like women, we definitely have preferences. We talk about it all the time, but men should be able to have preferences as well. So I went under his post, and I said something. So he went onto my page, and he started liking everything, started following me, and then me and him started chatting in the DM. Okay, so when I tell y'all it goes down in the DM, it goes down in the DM. I'm not going to say his other job either, because if I say his other job, y'all will probably know him. So I'm not going to say his other job. So basically, in a nutshell, we became really good friends, but just friends on Instagram. And then he ended up having like this corporate event. and he invited me to come to his corporate event because we have not met in person yet. So I loved our talks. Like, we would talk all the time. Eventually we, of course, exchanged numbers. So I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, he's mad cool. So I go to the little corporate event, and he like kept calling my name. Like, it was 50 other people in the room, and he just kept picking me for every little thing. And I'm looking at him like, why do you keep picking me? I'm not sure what went on, but yeah, you keep picking me. So I'm flattered. So, we start flirting, whatever the case may be. And I go on his IG page, and he posts a girl, and we're going to nickname the girl Rose. We're going to nickname her Rose. So he posts his Rose, and he's like, oh, Rose this, Rose that. And I'm like, hold up. He got a girlfriend now? Like, what's going on? Like, I'm so confused. So, of course, she's just my friend. You're my friend. Friends. Everybody friends. So, we go on a date. And when we get to the date, he is just telling me like, oh, you smell so good. Like, you're heaven sent. Like, Mike is just going in. Like, oh, like, who are you? Why did I meet you? X, Y, and Z. Now, I'm going to be honest. I don't know if anybody that's watching believes in soulmates, but he felt like a soulmate to me because me and him talked every single day. We was like literally on the phone. He would text message me just randomly. It just became really, really cute. So we would talk, and then it came as far as him wanting me to meet his son. So I'm like, okay, this is weird, because his son is in middle school and he wanted me to tutor his son. So I'm like, all right, I could tutor your son, but I could tutor him over FaceTime. Like, I don't gotta meet your son. So he like was adamant about me meeting his son. So I met his son. We went to the library. We went on a restaurant date. Whatever. So I'm still like entranced with this guy. Now, mind you, remember the friend Rose, he's still talking to the friend Rose. Whatever. Now, me, I'm a loyal person. It is hard for me to talk to more than one person at a time. Like, it is so hard for me. So he's still dealing with Rose, and I'm like, okay, whatever, because we not having sex, so I don't really care. I don't know, maybe that's where I messed up, but I don't have sex with people right away. So yeah, me and him not having sex. So Mike ends up, what happened? Oh, he ends up saying he loves me first. First, before he says he loves me, he sends me a whole video thanking me, just praising me, bigging me up, a video. But remember, he's supposed to like Rose. I'm confused. So anywho, he sends me a whole video, and I'm like still falling in love, y'all. Maybe I am just the stupidest person in the world. And next thing you know, we're on the phone, and he calls me and tells me, like, we're talking on the phone, and he just randomly tells me he loves me. He tells me, oh my gosh, he tells me that the sex with Rose is horrible. Like, that's how much of, like, we became like really good friends. He tells me that the sex with Rose is horrible. He barely gets any from Rose. And I really, to me, I felt like he was in the relationship with Rose because he was trying to fix his image from the reality TV show he was in. I don't know. That's just me. That's just how I feel. That's how I seen it. I feel like he was putting a band-aid over the situation. And because Rose, I'm just gonna mind my business. I ain't even gonna talk about Rose. Okay, anywho, so that happened. So Father's Day come, and I had got him something for Father's Day, and it was not major, y'all, nothing major. So I had got him something for Father's Day, and I took it to him, and it was a cool exchange. Everything was cool. We still were like, was talking, dating, whatever. But then I'm on the phone with him, and it was like a couple of weeks later. I'm on the phone with him, and he's like, "What you doing?" I'm like, "Nothing." And I was like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, I'm just getting my stuff, moving my stuff." Okay, where are you moving to? Like, you didn't tell me you were moving. "Oh yeah, I'm moving in with Rose." What? You're moving in with who? What? So I'm like shocked. So y'all, I had to reveal how I felt. And I felt so stupid revealing how I felt, because I could have sworn this whole entire time he felt that way first. Because he was the one with the "I love you." He was the one, like, he really stretched it. And I was really falling in love, because y'all, this didn't just happen in a period of months. No, this was like a whole long drawn out year. And we talked constantly. Like, it was just crazy. It was really, really crazy. So I started, like, I left him totally alone. Still have to this day. We haven't talked at all. Like, I literally blocked him and all types of stuff. But during this fast, I never noticed how rejected I felt from that whole entire situation. Like, y'all, the whole 2019, I was celibate. And then I got with the guy, and y'all, he was just Mr. Wrong. But I did end up, you know, that's probably too much information. But I never got over the rejection of Mike. Not I used to talk to Mike, y'all. That just stressed me out. Just that quick. But I never noticed that. I never got over the rejection of Mike. Now, a lot of people would say I didn't get rejected because he was technically in a relationship with both of us, and he didn't know my feelings. But I honestly feel rejected because at the end of the day, I wasn't chosen. So I just felt like I wasn't wanted, if that makes sense. And it really made me realize that as a woman, it's really hard for me to get over rejection, especially when I love hard. Like, I really, really love hard. So it takes me a little bit of time to get over a relationship. And that's why I wanted to do this video, because a lot of times, and I know a lot of women go through way more than I've been through. And trust me, I have other stories, but I'm be honest, I really feel like that was my first rejection. And I don't know if that's why I'm taking it so hard, because I felt so rejected, y'all, that I would hide it from people. Like, I would be like, no, I really love this person, or me and him is still together. Like, I would make up stuff because I was so embarrassed that I got rejected. And I say that to say this. I was reading Ayana's book, her book, Get Over It. And in the book, she literally stated that in order to be a victim, it's okay to be a victim. However, it is not okay to continue to suffer. Suffering is chosen, and you choose to suffer. So this video for me is like, I'm releasing that suffering. I really want to release that today because it just has held me bound, and it has hurt so many other relationships that I have been in the past. And yeah, so I just really wanted to tell that story. And if you have a similar story, go ahead and you can write it down below. You can, you know, email it to me if you want to talk, whatever. Let's have some authentic dialogue. But I really wanted to share that story because that was one of the things that I felt during my fast I really needed to fix. I really, really needed to fix. But I just want anyone, someone, whoever out there to know that it's okay to be rejected, and don't look at it as someone is rejecting you. Just look at it as God has either something better for you, or that person could be rejecting themselves. And since they're rejecting themselves, they're reflecting or projecting everything onto you. I'm happy that it wasn't a horrible situation where, you know, arguments, you know, came about or anything like that. It wasn't like that. But I can say rejection is something that I have felt a long time. I hate for someone to reject me. I can't stand it, and it's something that I'm healing from even as we speak. So yeah, I just thought I'd share my story. And again, if you would like to subscribe to my channel name is Just Lakey, and I'm going to keep it real by being authentically me. So if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more content like this and lifestyle videos, self-care videos, whatever type of videos, I am not niched down. I am no longer niched down. Go ahead and click that red subscribe button and click that notification bell. And as always, all of my videos are done with love by being authentically cute. Mwah.